This story begins in 800 BC, nearly 3,000 years before our time. When humans lived like primitive tribes with no technology, during that time a spaceship lands on Earth. Everyone runs away upon seeing it, but one boy is strangely attracted to it. He approaches the spaceship, and suddenly, a blue light beams out from it and the boy vanishes. Centuries pass, and we arrive in the year 1928. We're shown the Great Pyramids of Egypt, symbolizing how far humans have evolved from their primitive days. Excavation work is underway around these pyramids, and during the dig, some strange ancient objects are found among them. A large metallic ring. No one can understand what it is. Underneath this object, they also discover the remains of an alien. We are introduced to a little girl named Catherine, the daughter of the excavation project head. During the dig, she finds a golden locket and keeps it with her. Decades pass. Now it is 1994. We meet Dr. Daniel Jackson, an archaeologist and linguist expert in many ancient languages. During a lecture, Jackson claims that the Egyptian pyramids were not built by the locals, but by someone else. The audience doesn't believe him and walks out. Afterward, Catherine, now much older, approaches him. She's the same girl from 1928 and is still working on the same project, now called Stargate. Catherine is the head of the project and asks Jackson to join the team, as they need someone who can decode ancient languages. Jackson agrees and arrives at a base where he's shown some ancient symbols written on a stone. These symbols were previously mistranslated, but Jackson quickly corrects them. Colonel O'Neill then arrives and announces that he's now in charge of the project, and all findings must go through him. Jackson is shown a large stone slab, the same one unearthed in 1928 near the pyramids, beneath which the large metallic ring called the Stargate was found. Jackson tries to decode the symbols but struggles. One day, he sees a newspaper with images of stars constellations from the Orion Belt, which is known to have a connection with the pyramids. When Jackson compares the Orion Belt constellation to the symbols on the stone, they match perfectly. He realizes that the symbols aren't a language, but a map for interstellar travel using a 3D coordinate system. He draws a 3D cube and marks 6 points on it, explaining that the 7th point is necessary for a destination. The room asks where the 7th symbol is. Jackson says it's Earth itself, a point of origin. He draws the symbol that resembles a pyramid with 2 figures beside it, clarifying that the figures don't matter, but it's the pyramid symbol that represents Earth. Someone then points out that this 7th symbol is not found on their device. But Jackson now understands that the device, this metallic ring, is the Stargate. He's taken to the lab and sees the actual Stargate, now spinning and activating. Jackson identifies the final symbol, the pyramid, which confirms the Earth's point of origin. One by one, they lock the coordinates into the Stargate. As soon as the 7th symbol is locked, a wormhole activates inside the gate, much to everyone's excitement. To test the wormhole, they send in a tracking device and discover that it lands in a distant galaxy and a planet similar to Earth. A Stargate also exists on that planet, but its symbols are different, meaning they might not be able to dial back without the correct sequence. Jackson assures the team he can figure it out. Colonel O'Neill, Jackson, and their team prepare to travel through the Stargate. Before they go, Catherine gives Jackson the same golden locket she found in 1928. After a quick reminder to like and subscribe, the team enters the Stargate and reaches the other planet. It's a dark, unfamiliar place, and when they step outside, they find themselves near a pyramid just like the ones in Egypt. Later, when they attempt to return, Jackson explains that the tablet with the return coordinates like the one found on Earth hasn't been located here, meaning they're stuck until they find it. The team begins to blame Jackson. One soldier throws his bag, and when Jackson goes to pick it up, he notices footprints. He follows them and encounters a strange animal tied up with ropes, clearly domesticated. The team joins him, and Jackson taps the creature's neck 3 times, which seems to signal it to move forward. Suddenly, Jackson's foot gets caught in the rope. He's dragged far away. The other soldiers follow, and they discover that this world is inhabited by people who resemble humans from 3,000 years ago, primitive and uneducated. These people approach, and one of them notices the locket around Jackson's neck, the same one found during the 1928 excavation. Upon seeing it, they all bow before the team. Soon, the local tribe leader arrives and invites them to their settlement. When the team arrives, they see a large metallic structure bearing the same symbols as Jackson's locket. It turns out to be the mark of their asterisk. Sun god ***. Let me know if you'd like this turned into a voiceover script or SEO description for a video. Here is the English translation of the next part of your story. Everyone in this tribe believes that Jackson and his companions were sent by their sun god, which is why they bowed before them. That night, all the local people gather, and Jackson is dressed in a strange ceremonial wit. Seems to be some kind of ritual. Afterward, he's sent into a room, and the tribe leader's daughter enters. She starts removing her clothes, but Jackson stops her, saying she doesn't have to do this. Then, Jackson draws a pyramid in the sand to try and explain where he came from, but the girl doesn't fully understand. However, in the next moment, she also draws a similar symbol and adds a sun above it. Jackson gestures, asking where she saw that symbol. It's the same coordinate, the same sequence that can help them reach their Stargate on Earth. The tribe leader's daughter then takes Jackson to a location where he's joined by his companions. Jackson examines the writings on the walls and begins to understand the language. He tells them a story. Thousands of years ago, an alien from a dying world fled across the galaxy in search of survival. It traveled from one planet to another until it found Earth. There it saw primitive humans people who were frightened by the alien spaceship. But one brave human approached the craft. The alien transferred its mind and consciousness into that human body, effectively taking over and becoming human in form. This alien, now in human shape, declared himself the king of Earth, had massive pyramids built, and used the Stargate to bring many humans to this new world for mining a special mineral essential to his advanced technology. The people currently living in this alien world are descendants of those ancient Earthlings, and the language they speak is an ancient form of Egyptian. Jackson further explains that over time, humans on Earth became more advanced and eventually revolted against the alien, whose name is Ra. The rebellion led to the Stargate being buried forever soon. Jackson and the others find the missing stone tablet with the coordinates needed to return home. But there's a problem: the seventh symbol is broken. Without it, they can't activate. The Stargate, meanwhile, high above the pyramid, is a massive spaceship shaped exactly like a pyramid, but even larger, arrives and lands directly on top of the structure. The pyramid is actually a landing pad for this alien ship. From the ship, aliens descend, and they kill two of Jackson and O'Neill's teammates. Capturing the other two, Jackson, Colonel O'Neill, and two others begin heading toward the pyramid. The tribal leader's daughter, Cherie, who was initially offered to Jackson, follows with her group. They reach the pyramid. They are shocked to see the massive spaceship inside. Strange masked figures attack them. Jackson and O'Neill descend into the lower levels, where the Stargate is located. O'Neill searches for something, but when Jackson asks what it is, he refuses to answer. Suddenly, more aliens arrive and capture them both, taking them to a different area where another alien appears, clearly the leader. This is Ra. The same alien who took over a boy's body 3,000 years ago in 800 BC, the face behind the mask. Is still that same young boy inch changed over the centuries because Ra has only a human body, not a human soul or mind? He is still an alien. Ra's guards also bring in the nuclear bomb that Colonel O'Neill had brought to detonate. Ra has now taken control of the bomb. O'Neill grabs a weapon from a nearby guard and tries to attack Ra, but children who are always around Ra stand in the way. O'Neill hesitates and can't go through with it. Ra's guards take advantage of the moment and attack O'Neill. Jackson jumps in front of him and is mortally wounded. Ra then orders O'Neill and the surviving team members to be thrown into a prison cell. Now angry with humanity, Ra sends out flying ships from the pyramid to attack the human settlement, killing many people. The tribe's leader believes that their god Ra is punishing them. Meanwhile, back inside the pyramid, we see Jackson miraculously reviving from a sarcophagus-like box. This box regenerates the human body's cells, a technology RA uses to maintain his youth. Jackson is alive again. Ra confronts him, saying, "Your friend brought a nuclear bomb to this world. Tomorrow, I will send that bomb back to your world using the same Stargate you traveled through. But before that, I will amplify the bomb's power using my alien mineral, making it 100 times stronger. Your entire planet will be destroyed." Asks, "Why are you doing this?" Ra replies, "I created that world. Your people advanced only because of me. Now, I will be the one to destroy it." Ra continues, "Tomorrow, I'll gather all my slaves at the pyramid. Before they question my authority, you must execute your teammates in front of them. Prove that I am their only god. And if I don't," Ra responds coldly, "then I will kill you, and then all your friends." The next morning, all the tribes where slaves gather at the pyramid. Jackson stands before them, his 4 captured teammates lined up. Ra's servant hands Jackson a weapon, expecting him to kill them. As Jackson walks toward them, a boy in the crowd discreetly signals him. He's holding one of the team's weapons, proving that some of the people are now siding with Jackson. Cherie had already told the truth to her people, that Ra is not a god, but an alien who enslaved them. Realizing he has allies, Jackson turns and fires at Ra's guards instead of his friends. The children in the crowd also begin shooting into the air with the weapons they've seized. Chaos erupts, and the team takes the opportunity to flee. They hide in a cave that night. There, Colonel O'Neill's team finally asks him why he brought a nuclear bomb in the first place. O'Neill admits, "If things had gone wrong, I would have sent all of you back and stayed behind to detonate the bomb and destroy the Stargate." He still intends to do just that. Meanwhile, William discovers something else. That's Shuri. The tribe leader's daughter is actually already married. But Jackson, who now loves her, accepts her as his wife anyway. The next morning, when they wake up, they find that Shuri's brother has drawn something important on the cave wall. Let me know if you'd like the next part translated. Want this adapted into a video script or summary? Here is the English translation, the final part of your story. Shuri's brother draws a shape on the cave wall. It's the shape of the planet they're on, along with 3 moons orbiting it. William realizes this is the missing 7th symbol that was broken on the original tablet. Now, they finally have the correct sequence needed to activate the Stargate and return to Earth. Meanwhile, one of Ra's masked soldiers exits the mines to transport the minerals, but Colonel O'Neill intercepts and kills him. The tribal leader and his people get terrified and fall to their knees, begging their god Ra for forgiveness. But then, Colonel O'Neill presses a button on the soldier's shoulder, which removes the mask. Everyone sees that he's just a human, not a god. All this time, they were living under the illusion that these beings were divine. Jackson, Shuri, and a group of children head back into the pyramid with the mined minerals. When they encounter Ra's guards, they fight and kill them. Jackson, O'Neill, and Shuri then go to the location of the nuclear bomb. O'Neill activates the bomb and tells Jackson, "Go back to your world and destroy the Stargate. I'll stay here and finish Ra." Just then, one of Ra's men arrives and kills Shuri. In grief and rage, Jackson kills the attacker. Overwhelmed with emotion, he sees a blue light. A pirate's Ra's teleportation technology, which allows objects or people to move from one place to another instantly. Jackson quickly carries Shuri under the teleportation beam. As the enemy guard beams down, Jackson and Shuri beam up to the sarcophagus chamber, the same place where Jackson was resurrected. He places Shuri inside, and the device brings her back to life. As he's carrying her out, Ra appears and touches Jackson's head, sending a powerful electric shock through his body. Elsewhere, Colonel O'Neill is battling another of Ra's guards, who beam down using the teleportation system. During the fight, O'Neill traps the guard directly under the teleportation beam and presses the button on his shoulder. The beam activates, and the guard's body is brutally torn in half. His upper body teleports upward, while his lower half remains behind at the top, near Ra's throne room. Shuri and O'Neill appear through the beam. They're now safe. Outside, the rebellion has fully broken out. The enslaved people rise up, just like the humans once did on Earth. Ra realizes his rule is over. He tries to escape by lifting off in his pyramid-shaped spaceship. Down below, O'Neill attempts to deactivate the bomb, but Ra has changed the settings, and the timer can't be stopped. Just as they're out of ideas, they notice the asterisk severed. Body of the guard, still holding the teleportation button. They place the nuclear bomb on the platform and activate the teleport up in the ship. Ra sees something teleporting into his chamber. He expects someone to confront him, but to his shock, it's the nuclear bomb, now just seconds from detonation. In the next moment, a massive explosion destroys Ra and his spaceship completely. This marks the end of Ra, who ruled over humans for centuries, forced them to build pyramids, and enslaved an entire alien world just to prevent another rebellion like on Earth. But now, people of this alien planet are finally free. In the final scene, the Stargate is activated. Everyone prepares to return to Earth, but Jackson chooses to stay. He loves Shuri, his wife, and wants to live with her on this world before saying goodbye. He gives Catherine's locket to Colonel O'Neill and asks him to return it to her. The rest of the team steps through the Stargate and returns to Earth, while Jackson and Shuri stay behind on the alien world, free and together. And with that, the story ends. If you'd like to hear a breakdown of another movie, don't forget to drop your suggestion in the comments. I always read them. Thank you so much for all your lovely feedback. Music, would you like me to turn this into a video script? YouTube description or movie summary?